Hi, I'm David Lowe, and today I'll be taking you on a tour of one of Accor's coolest mid-scale hotels here in Sydney. With the CBD on one side and the Harbour on the other, this amazing hotel will have everything that you could possibly want. It really is an amazing property, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. Welcome to the Mercure Sydney Potts Point.
The Mercure Sydney Potts Point was fully redeveloped in 2011 at a cost of over $30 million, and it's positioned above the King's Cross train station. With 227 accommodation rooms and suites, 24-hour reception and secure underground parking, the Mercure Sydney Potts Point has the perfect accommodation for guests travelling for either business or pleasure.
When you enter the hotel, you find yourself in this rather groovy lobby area on the ground floor, with elevators that take you up to reception on the second floor or down to the secure car park below. My first impression is that you can tell that this is quite a groovy hotel. But let's head on up to reception and check in. This is great. The lobby is spacious with its cool colours and tones and patterns, and it really sets a very relaxing atmosphere when you first arrive, which is great after a long flight or a busy day at the office. Now, check-in's from 2 o'clock, so let's go do that now.
Don't forget, if you're one of our Le Club loyalty members, you can get priority check-in at the dedicated Le Club desk. I'll tell you more about the great advantages of being a Le Club member at the end of this video.
Well, I'm all checked in, and because I'm a Le Club member, I also received free internet access and a complimentary drink voucher. Also, I was able to check in the priority Le Club lane. Membership does have its benefits. Here on the hotel lobby level, there's also the conference rooms and the function rooms, plus the Delta Bar and the Cursa Restaurant, and I'll be having dinner there tonight. But I'll be showing you all of those things later in the video. First up, let's go upstairs and check out the guest room.
Don't forget, as a silver, gold or platinum member of Le Club, our loyalty program, you do get free internet access. There are 3 room types here at the Mercure Sydney Potts Point: the standard rooms, the Superior Bayview rooms, which look out towards Rushcutters Bay, and the Superior Harbourview rooms, which have breathtaking views of the CBD, the Opera House and the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
And I can't wait to show them to you. So this is one of their standard rooms. They're located on the lower levels of the hotel, and they're perfect for travellers on a budget. Let's take a look.
There are 108 standard rooms at Mercure Sydney Potts Point, and they are available with either 1 queen-size bed or 2 king single beds. The rooms are very comfortable and approximately 24 square metres in size. They all had a tasteful soft refurbishment in late 2011 with new beds, bedding, a big LCD TV and wonderful room fittings. Facilities include an ensuite bathroom, air conditioning, a bar fridge, IDD telephone, a data port, LCD TV with cable TV channels and pay-per-view movies, an iron and ironing board and Wi-Fi internet access.
There's also a great work desk, tea and coffee making facilities and an in-room safe for you to store your valuables. One of the things I do like about these rooms is that you can actually open the windows if you prefer some fresh air. So I'm about to show you one of our Superior Bayview rooms, and I think you'll like it. They're located on the higher floors of the hotel, which means they have great views of Elizabeth Bay, Rushcutters Bay and Sydney's eastern suburbs. Let's go in and have a look. Wow. Well, this is one of 72 Superior Bayview rooms, and as you can see, they are gorgeous. Modern and comfortable, they were fully renovated in 2011 in a fresh and chic design concept. The wooden tones make you comfortable as soon as you walk in, and the contemporary design brings a real modern experience to your hotel stay. I love them.
All Superior Bayview rooms feature air conditioning, data port, an in-room safe, telephone, radio, windows that open, LCD TV with cable channels and pay-per-view movies, Wi-Fi internet access, a spacious work desk, tea and coffee making facilities, and an iron and ironing board, and of course a very comfortable queen-size bed.
The Superior Bayview rooms are wonderful, and I'm sure you'll love them as well. But if you're visiting Sydney for the very first time, then one of our Superior Harbour View rooms would be the perfect room with a view for you. Come on inside and let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Well, these are the Superior Harbour View rooms, and as you can see, they are magnificent. Just like the Bayview rooms, they've been fully renovated, and because they're all on the higher levels of the hotel, you have the most magnificent views out over the CBD, the Sydney Opera House, and the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Outstanding.
Slightly larger than the Bayview rooms, the Harbour View rooms are a spacious 26 square metres and have a high design concept, and feature facilities such as ensuite bathroom, air conditioning, data port, an in-room safe, telephone, radio, windows that open, LCD TV with cable channels and pay-per-view movies, Wi-Fi internet access, a spacious work desk, tea and coffee making facilities, and an iron and ironing board, plus a super comfortable queen-size bed.
Now there are 4 more rooms at the very top of the hotel that you can only book by calling the hotel direct. They're the 2-bedroom suites and the spa suites, and I've been given special permission to give you a sneak peek. So come with me now and we'll go have a look. Wow, this is great. Well, these 2-bedroom suites are wonderful. They're so spacious. They'd be perfect for a family holiday or somewhere to stay while you're relocating and hunting for a new house. Or a perfect place for your company executives to stay. I wouldn't mind staying here myself.
The 2-bedroom suites have so much space, with 2 large bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, plus all the other modern features of the Harbour View rooms. Being at the top of the hotel, the view is even more spectacular.
So remember, you can only book these beautiful 2-bedroom suites by calling the hotel direct, and I'll give you the number to call at the end of the video. They're wonderful. Well, those 2-bedroom suites were absolutely amazing, and they are a great place to stay if you're going away for a holiday. But you might be staying here at the Mercure Sydney Potts Point while you're attending a conference or a meeting or a special event being held at the hotel. In which case, you need to come downstairs with me now because I'm going to show you the amazing conference rooms. Mercure is famous worldwide for the quality of its conference services, and the Mercure Sydney Potts Point is no exception. Come with me now.
Offering 4 flexible meeting rooms and a large outdoor terrace, the Mercure Sydney Potts Point is perfect for meetings and events. All the conference rooms are naturally lit with a built-in data screen and projector, air conditioning, block-out curtains and Wi-Fi access. Now don't forget to ask about the Mercure Carbon Neutral Meetings program, the very first of its kind in Australia.
Now, all the conference rooms here at the Mercure Sydney Potts Point are named after constellations and are located here on the 2nd floor. Let's go have a look at them now.
The Sirius Room is ideal for mid-sized meetings. It has all the AV built in and Wi-Fi throughout. It can comfortably fit 90 guests in theatre style, 20 in U-shape, 52 in classroom format, 60 for a banquet, 80 for a cocktail party, and 48 in cabaret setup like you can see here. Sirius would be the ideal plenary room for your conference. Only a few steps away from the Sirius Room is the Pegasus Room. This is great as a breakout room or for any smaller meetings. It's also a great place to have a private family celebration, such as an anniversary dinner or a birthday party. It can comfortably fit 45 guests in theatre style, 18 in U-shape, 28 in classroom format, 40 for a banquet, 50 for a cocktail party, 32 in cabaret setup, and 18 in boardroom as shown here. Just a short walk across the lobby, you'll find the Stella Room. It's another of our mid-sized meeting rooms, and it can be combined with the Mintaka Room or used on its own. It can comfortably fit 70 guests in theatre style, 30 in classroom format, 40 for a banquet, 60 for a cocktail party, 32 in cabaret format, and as you can see here, seats 20 in U-shape perfectly.
So here I am at one of Sydney's best kept secrets, the Orion Terrace. This really is a unique and magnificent function space. You can have a cocktail party for up to 150 people or a gala dinner for 80 people. The views are amazing. And you can come out here for an after dinner drink and do some people watching. After all, there's no better place than Potts Point and King's Cross to do people watching. There's some very interesting characters around here. But it really is amazing. Now, I always enjoy a pre-dinner drink because it helps you get a real sense of the atmosphere of the hotel that I'm visiting. And the Delta Bar here at the Mercure Sydney Potts Point is a great place to do just that. Hi.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Look,
The very groovy Delta Bar here at the Mercure Sydney Potts Point is very cool, and it's located on the same level as the hotel reception, but feels like a secluded and intimate bar. It has a great wine list and a vast selection of drinks available, as well as highly trained and friendly staff. For me, that's the key ingredient in any drink: great skill and excellent service.
The Mercure Sydney Potts Point really has got it right with some of the best hospitality staff in the industry working right here. So when you come to the hotel, make sure you stop by the Delta Bar and have a drink. Speaking of which, I'm going to finish this and then head on into the restaurant for dinner. Cheers. Perfect.
Cursa Restaurant is the signature restaurant and is open 7 days a week for dinner from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. You can also order room service dinner from Cursa Restaurant. Dinner guests also have the option of dining in the Mintaka Room, giving them direct access to the Orion Terrace.
Well, I must admit to being a little bit of a foodie, so when I do visit a new restaurant, I'm always excited to see what the chefs have created for the menu. Now, the chefs here at the Mercure Sydney Potts Point have created a magnificent contemporary Australian menu, and I can't wait to try it. It's filled with wonderful entrees, some delicious main courses, and unfortunately some very tempting desserts, and I can't wait to try all of them. Thank you, Elham.
You're welcome.
That looks amazing. Bon appetit.
Cursa Restaurant also has a wonderful wine list to complement your dinner, and they update the dinner menu regularly so as to offer you the freshest and most exciting seasonal options.
Well, dinner was absolutely sensational, but now it's time for me to have a relaxing drink before I head on up to my room for a good night's sleep. So until tomorrow, cheers and good night. Well, I've just had a wonderful night's sleep. I must admit those double glazed windows certainly make sure that you have peace and quiet throughout the night, which I love. Now it's time for breakfast. I'm going to head over to Cursa Restaurant and see what's on the buffet.
The breakfast buffet in Cursa Restaurant is open 7 days a week from 6:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. and it always has a great range of hot and cold dishes, cereals, juices, fruits, breads and of course great coffee. There's so much to choose from.
Wow, I love a great breakfast and this looks sensational. I tell you what, I'm going to be having a big breakfast this morning because afterwards I'll be taking you on a tour of Potts Point and King's Cross to show you what this area has to offer and why it's such a great place to stay. Now excuse me while I tuck in. Now that you've seen the inside of the Mercure Sydney Potts Point, it's time for me to take you on a tour of the area that the hotel sits in. Potts Point and King's Cross has always been known as the social centre of Sydney, with hundreds of cafes and restaurants and cocktail bars. Plus there's a lot of history to this place. Let's go have a look around now. Potts Point was named after Mr. Joseph Hyde Potts, who lived here in Sydney in the early 1800s. He was Sydney's first bank teller, and he designed Australia's very first banknote, which recently sold in London for over $300,000. Now, back in the early 1800s, Mr. Potts built a few grand homes here in what was then known as Woolloomooloo Heights. Therefore, everyone called this area Potts Point. It really is the place to live in Sydney, filled with history and beautiful homes. It's really amazing.
Potts Point was also Australia's first deliberately designed suburb, an exclusive enclave only for those who could afford to live in this prime location. Housing the grandest mansions in the colony, Potts Point was certainly the place to live, if you could afford it. A number of those magnificent marine mansions still exist today, such as Rockwell, Tusculum, and Elizabeth Bay House.
Well, behind me is the beautiful harbourside suburb of Potts Point, and it's still one of Australia's most sought-after suburbs, and it's not hard to understand why. With all the wonderful restaurants and cafes and bars and lounges, transport links, and being so close to the harbour and the CBD, it really is an amazing place to stay and the perfect choice for your next holiday away. The Mercure Sydney Potts Point is located right on the intersection of King's Cross and Potts Point, giving you complete access to all the wonderful cafes, restaurants and bars, in fact the entire social scene that King's Cross is famous for. With hundreds of restaurants and cafes and so forth to choose from, you will never tire of the range of food and culture on offer. Now, if you're here on a weekend, don't forget to stop by Fitzroy Gardens. On a Saturday, they have the wonderful farmers market, and on Sunday, the jumble market. It really is a wonderful place to visit, and you'll pick up a great bargain. Do you remember me telling you that the King's Cross train station is very close to the hotel? In actual fact, it's below the hotel, but don't worry, you won't hear a thing because it's 4 stories down. Plus, it also means that you can get into town in only 3 minutes because King's Cross Station is the first station out of the CBD. Now that's convenient. I'm in the middle of King's Cross. Good place to be. Well, that brings us to the end of our tour of the Mercure Sydney Potts Point. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Before I head up to my room and pack, I'd like to share with you some information about our loyalty program, Le Club. You can earn points on all qualifying stays here at the Mercure Sydney Potts Point, then convert those points into vouchers to use at Accor hotels or with any of our program partners. You can even convert them into airline miles. For more information or to sign up, go to accorhotels.com, click on the Le Club link and get yourself a membership card like this one, and you could be earning points on your very next stay. It's a great club to be a member of.
Well, that brings us to the end of our tour of the Mercure Sydney Potts Point. It really is an amazing hotel in a great location with beautifully renovated guest rooms, wonderful dining options, and bars that you can really enjoy a good drink in, plus fantastic conference facilities. And don't forget the famous Accor service that the Mercure Sydney Potts Point is so well known for. So if you're travelling for business or pleasure, book yourself in today for a wonderful getaway at the Mercure Sydney Potts Point. My name's David Lowe. Thanks for watching. To book your next stay at the Mercure Sydney Potts Point, go to mercuresydneypottspoint.com or call 02 9397 1777.